All right, getting ready to start here, guys. Okay. All right, so looking today to start painting up the uh, last week's Marvel Crisis Protocol releases. We had Miss Marvel, which has the two different sizes. It has like the base normal size character, and then has like a embiggened character, and then the other one is the Hulkbuster model. So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna pull this up here. Huge model. It's like it's about as big as like a soda can. Has some neat mechanics in game. Starts as this big form, and then if you damage it down to its injured side, it actually technically destroys the suit, and you get a smaller Iron Man model. And this guy then can actually go back into the huge form. It it just has to get 10 power to do so. So it's kind of a little difficult to do that. All right. So let's see here. Give me 1 second, guys. Right. Okay. So yeah, I think we're just gonna get right into it. I've been kind of wondering how I want to actually do colors for this. What I have here, this was my original Iron Man from the core set. Little dark, but what I wound up doing with this guy, I took like a metallic silver, and I did the whole model in that metallic silver, and then I went over with I believe it was all Blood Angels, red, and just did a real thin, it's a contrast paint, so it's already pretty thin, but a real thin layer of that over top to get the red. And then I think what I really messed up on there with that one is I put a lot of like Nuln Oil on it, and I think maybe it took it down a little bit too much. But I like that model. What I was thinking about doing though is maybe this guy's just going to get a nice actual base red color. So bunch of different options there with this guy. But one of my favorite like rich red colors to use is Scorn Red. So I think I might be looking at doing Scorn Red for this. I think it's mostly gonna be red too, so we're probably just get started with red. So nowhere near Master Painter Um, but we're just gonna have fun. We're just gonna have fun with it. See where we get. All right. Okay. We'll have to take a look here at how we want to do this. Alright. Gotta start here. Let's see what we got. Again, yeah, this is a nice, rich red. It's a favorite of mine. Scorn red, the P3 paint line. Big fan of that. And yeah, we got a lot of surface area to deal with here. So I think we'll be able to just get going. Alright. So yeah, that's the other thing too. Not 100% sure where we wanna get started with this, but it is primarily red, so we can kind of just start slapping paint down and going. Not using a super fine brush here because we are just gonna. We have a lot of surface area, so I'm not super worried about details yet. You know, outside of trying to stay in the lines, try not get too much mess happening. Does feel like maybe we're a little bit watery. But we'll do several layers down on this, and I'm sure it'll work out great. Yeah, showing up a little streaky. We're gonna actually see if we can bring this in a little bit more, so that way we can all see all the mistakes that we're making up with this piece here. Alright. So big fan of Marvel Crisis Protocol. This is one of my guilty pleasures after War Machine and Hordes. A bunch of the creative team from Privateer Press had left. It's probably, we're looking at like 3 or 4 years ago now, and they formed Atomic Mass Games, which rolled out Crisis Protocol. And it was kind of some of the people that I thought were the best developers from Privateer Press. So I was pretty excited. And yeah, I'm a pretty big fan. Pretty big fan of the game. I feel like I do mostly Ultimate Encounters at the store. I haven't really played a real like 1v1 game in a while, in a long time. The Ultimate Encounters though are super fun. I think there's a new one that's coming out, or it is out. I'm not 100% sure. It was supposed to be something around the Dark Dimension content, We thought maybe it was a Dormammu piece, but it actually doesn't look like it is. It looks like it focuses on Doctor Strange. And then I think there's you're supposed to actually play 2 scenarios, from what I understand. You're supposed to do a good guys and a bad guys scenario. So one, you're Doctor Strange and you're trying to save people that have been, I think, like, stolen by the Dark Dimension, and then the other side plays the aggressors. And then I think there's like a interesting full art Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange character card that you get. And I don't know. I don't think Doctor Strange had any changes from the big errata this year. So I don't know. I would hope it's the new card, but I guess I don't really know for sure. So we're just starting here. I think these top panels are supposed to be gold, and then I think we're gonna do some silver on these, like, front mounted leg rocket pieces here. So we're just gonna keep going then with the red and try and block in as much as we can of our base red before we do any highlighting or anything like that. So we'll see. Last time I actually got to play Crisis Protocol at the store at From the Ashes. We were doing, I think we were a little tied up. There was a Toys for Tots event that was happening. So we kind of had some of our regulars distracted. Plus, it was right around Christmas time. But we tried to run the actual Dormammu fight. That was pretty cool. I played Dormammu. I think I got my butt kicked. But I think it was pretty close. It's pretty close. That event's pretty cool. You wind up doing like there's 3 or 4 portals on the ground, and I have the Dormammu player has 2. They change in threat depending on the difficulty, but 2 like minions that are collecting shards that are trying to essentially solidify Dormammu's like presence in the world. So they're running around trying to get shards that make him more powerful and make his they make a stat card better. He has like 3 or 4 forms for a stat card, and then depending when you end your turn, depending what level of presence Dormammu has, that's how many victory points the enemies get. And then the heroes just win once they get all of the portals taken out. So it's kind of interesting. You have to collect little they're called like spell shards, and they're random chance to collect. So you have to have your crisis team interacting with all of these spell portals to get these different little shards. And then once you match 4, you can close a portal, and normally something bad happens. There's like a dark energy explosion that makes something happen on the field. And yeah, after you clear, I think it's 4. After you clear 4 of those, then you beat Dormammu. So that's pretty cool. Just trying to keep this in frame here, which is harder than I thought it would be. Harder than I thought it would be. So yeah, again, just using Scorn Red, just doing a base coat, and then we're probably gonna do gold trim everywhere that we can. And we'll go from there. Probably gotta do some gold, gotta do some silver, and then as much of this hot rod red as feels appropriate. Right to the cod piece. Definitely right to the cod piece. There's just so much there's so much silver and like gold trim. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing with like the high thighs. So, yep, right to the cod. See, because we have like all these little, like, I don't know what to do with that. I guess that could be red too. A lot of little leg pieces. But yeah, there's just so much detail in this guy. I think I need to work on my camera autofocus. Straight to the cod. When in doubt, straight to the cod. Because, yeah, I even feel like that. Like, he has just, like, this little waist bit, but I feel like that's probably supposed to be, like, a gold element as well. Yeah, I'm interested to try the Hulkbuster piece. It does have an affiliation, or like there's the Hulkbusters affiliation. I don't know that I would ever run it. I don't know that it's like necessary. I think from what I've seen online, what I've seen like chatter for this piece, it seems like it's just a very high costed threat management piece, which sounds a little weird. Not particularly sure where you need a 6 threat objective holder. It might counter some Brotherhood lists, because they're all about moving you, if I remember correctly. So if the big thing with the Hulkbuster piece is he can't really be moved. I think I need to put autofocus on the camera here, because the painting's actually a lot of moving. So that's a lesson learned for next time. Also, Joe, I think we need to figure out how to do some music, some low range music on OBS that isn't copyrighted. That way, if we do paint streams, we can have a little bit of dead air, and it isn't the worst thing, because we have sweet techno tunes going or something. Sweet techno tunes. So that'll be my homework for next one. Figure out the sweet tunes. There we go. So I just wonder if it's not enough red. Like, there might be too many other little subsections here. We'll have to see. And then I think we're going to wind up streaming again tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be more Marvel Champions. We started the Rise of the Red Skull campaign this week officially. We beat the first one. First one was, oh geez, who was the first one? It was Crossbones. Crossbones with experimental weapons. So we'll have to see. I think it's Taskmaster's next, and then I think the third one is Red Skull. I think the whole thing's Red Skull focused, right? And we just started to do... What did we just do? Started doing Vision. Vision had a weird, like, mid-game. Had some decent damage in the beginning. And the way I have that deck focused or built out is... it should work on minions. Like, I kind of need a million little minions engaged with me. And the way it worked on the first try was Joe had all the minions engaged with him, so it didn't quite work the way I was hoping it would. Joe's playing Scarlet Witch. Had some crazy turns where he pumped out like 20 plus damage. But yeah, Vision seems like he kind of caps out at like the 7-ish damage range. Alright, so we got some frontal leg done. Got that cod piece. I think I don't want to do this. I should have had a reference image up for myself. Yeah, okay. I think what we want to do, I think these leg sides here are probably gonna get the red treatment. Probably gonna get the red treatment. Next month's gonna be exciting too for Crisis Protocol. There's a bunch of X-Men releases, and I, like most other children of the 90s, have a unnatural love for X-Men, or unreasonable if not unnatural. So we're gonna get Colossus, which I'm pretty excited about, and we're gonna get Magic. I think Rogue and Gambit are out next month too. So that's pretty exciting. I think also X-23 and Honey Badger, which I don't know anything about Honey Badger. It's kind of like I guess it's a set of Wolverine clones. Which, okay, sure. The Honey Badger thing is a little weird. It feels like every time they make a new Wolverine clone, it has one less claw. So she just has one finger claw. And it seems like they built them out to work together, so you're going to have to run Honey Badger and X-23 together for optimal efficiency, which is kind of lame. I kind of wish maybe she just had more Wolverine synergy. I think that would be fun. So I'll probably pick that pack up. I'm not too excited about it. It's no Colossus and Magic. Let me tell you what. Alright, so we didn't color. We're not coloring that center bit. Maybe make that gold. And then the back of the butt here is probably going to be silver. Alright, what do we got? Okay, so we did color that red on the other side. So, might be wrong, but we're going to be consistently wrong. Joe, I hope this is on the big TV. I hope everyone has to listen to me drone on for another 90 minutes. I'll maybe take a break at some point after I get the initial base reds down. Maybe we'll talk about the cards and the stuff that came in this pack. One of the interesting things about this pack, it actually didn't have tokens. I feel like it's like one of the first packs ever from Marvel that didn't have tokens, which that's fine, whatever. Because I don't need 82 more bleed tokens, I guess. So that's fine. These are all pretty big pieces too, which is kind of nice. So I'm not having to worry about super precise brushwork, and I can just use a old ratty brush. And then I'll go back in and do some. I'll do details later. I have to. Alright. Finishing up the waist here. Finishing up that. Yeah, let's see. How do I want to do? What's this tummy section? Is that another red piece? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. So I think we're gonna go red up to here-ish. Right. Red up to here. And then hopefully we can just do a wash over that to kind of fill in those cracks there. Alright. Not sure what that little fan piece there is right there. It's probably gonna get gold. I kind of want those back pieces. The back pieces here. I think I want those to be silver. So I gotta finish this waist bit. And then go back and do some butt work. Oh, losing some brush here. Alright, trying to fix that up. Get some reverse cod piece. Yeah, how are we looking here? Looking red. Looking red. All right, let's finish up this butt. I'm a pretty big fan of these the Citadel, the gripper stands. Generally, I feel like by the time I'm working on the base piece, the rest of the model's done, and I can take it out. I feel like I hear a lot of hate on them, but I'm a big fan. I think they're great. All right, so because I can also just do this, and it works out. All right, let's get some the deep undercarriage. The deep. All right. Yeah, that's gonna be a little tough to get into. Okay, so we got feet, we got legs, we got side hip. I might do that piece red too. There's a little T bend in the leg. That's feeling like that should probably be red. And then after this, we'll work on the upper body. And then maybe we'll block in some of the metallics. And we'll see where we go from there. I think what I was seeing too online is people actually say that Hulkbuster works really good with Criminal Syndicate, which is maybe a little taboo. Feels a little dirty to have your Paragon of Justice be a great Criminal Syndicate piece, but hey, whatever. I feel like that's kind of the level of this game that I don't play. Like, I don't necessarily min-max with this game. Definitely not in the way that I would with like a War Machine or like an Age of Sigmar. Most of this game just feels pretty darn relaxing. So that's a nice. Just throw something thematic together and just see what works. Alright. What am I doing for the main body here? I still have to do the second leg. The T-bend's higher on the second leg here. Much higher. Okay. We got little annoying knee vents to try and fill in. Piece up there. What about back of foot? I probably want to do a little bit of red on the tripod feet tops here. And then the one thing I definitely want to do from like the box art, the the feet bits here. There's like a swirl to them, and it looks like they're painted like blue, so it looks like it's like a real strong energy propulsion piece, and I think that looks pretty cool. So I'll probably try and do something like that. But yeah, so we're almost done here with the lower half. And then I'll just have to go crazy about what I'm doing with all the silver and gold bits. Might want to come back, touch up some of these bits, give them their second coat. Because we did just kind of rush through here. I'm seeing a little bit of splotchiness. A little bit of splotchy. But yeah, so far I think I'm a pretty big fan of this red. I do think I prefer almost doing what I probably should have done. Probably should have did this whole model in a silver base spray, because it really pops. It's really neat looking. Like what I have with that, with the base Iron Man. This one that we were talking about at the beginning of the stream. Even that, maybe a little dark. But I'm sure we could come back in and highlight a bunch of that. Make it look a little nicer if I wanted. Okay. Might be time to wash our brush out a little bit. This paint cup is something I probably spent a little bit too much money on, but it's kind of awesome. It has little silicone bits that just kind of grip paint off. Just makes it so much easier to kind of freshen up the brush. So yeah, we're looking to get a little bit more red on the palette. And then, yeah, we might do a second round on the front of the feet here. Front of the feet, back of the feet. $640K games going. Damn. 40K's not even good. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I'm just gonna buy all that new Tau stuff. Tau was the second 40K faction that I was kind of interested in. I know they got a new book coming. Might be good for a while. I can play giant mechs that I'll never paint. It'll be super cool. Nah, just kidding. I won't do that. Maybe. I think the next game that I'm interested in actually really getting into, and it's not out yet. So it's another group of PP defectors, Privateer Press, like Marvel Crisis Protocol. But it's going to be called Rivenstone. It's going to be by Broken Anvil Miniatures. I think they're going to start a Kickstarter later this year. I think the game is actually going to come out this year, but it's another kind of squad-y skirmish game, kind of fantasy based, or well, not kind of, definitely fantasy based. And honestly, It feels like probably what Skirmish War Machine would be. More so than Riot Quest or whatever. But it's called Rivenstone. And Broken Anvil Miniatures to this point has only really done like STL files, but they said this game, their first game, is it's gonna actually have FLGL support. Wait, FLGS, not L. Support after the Kickstarter, and they'll have that option for stores to get in on the Kickstarter. So interested in that one, because yeah, that's the last half of Privateer Press workers that went to a different company. I think I'll try and take some paint out of this. I feel like I have too much paint in these little spots here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. 6 tables of 40k. That's pretty sweet. It's a little bit bigger than the Legion thing. Well, that was I guess there were shared tables, but that was 3 tables going for Legion yesterday, and that's pretty exciting because Legion's fun too. I gotta give myself some more room here. Alright. So we got feeling pretty good up until the waist there on what's gonna actually be red. I think that's too much paint. Yeah, it's a little too much paint. Little too much. Alright, so I think we have up to chest blocked in. That's where we're gonna start getting up top. Alright. Yep, okay. Upper body time. So I think these little under boob nodules here, those are gonna be or like the gold. So I think we'll ignore those for now. And then I think most of our arm is gonna be red, so we can kind of just go to town, I think, from here. Go to town from here. Alright. Many exclamation marks? Or points? What's that about, Joe? It's because I said underboob? Is that why? It's because I said underboob. What's this little top view on his chest? What's that supposed to look like? That's probably gold. Yeah. Alright. So we're gonna leave that little U alone. I think we're gonna try and keep the stuff right under his face. That's gonna be silver, I think. So we're gonna have to kind of be careful about how we're doing this piece here. I think we'll block in all of the red. Then maybe we'll look at the card real quick. The stat card. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. See how that goes. So yesterday at the store we just started what will be just about a 2-month Star Wars Legion League. Had a bunch of games going for that. I think we had about 8 or 9 people out for it. There were a bunch of people that said they couldn't actually make this first Saturday. So we're going to be doing it Wednesdays. I think it's every other Wednesday. And then alternating Saturdays and Sundays. So I think it's just about every week. There'll at least be a day that you can play. It'll either be a weekday or a weekend day. We're doing 500 points, which is pretty quick. I got one game in, and I got destroyed in about. I want to say it was 2 hours or less. I was playing droids. When I first started playing it, I was doing clones, and I felt it was time to give something else a try. So I did, like I said, I did droids. I tried some of the new releases. So I tried the Magna Guards. I tried the Dwarf Spiders, and I think. Based on just some of the games I've played throughout my life, tabletop wise, I think I played it a little bit too cagey. So like one of the dwarf spiders, like I almost tried to make the dwarf spiders the front line because they have armor, and I think that was a mistake. And they had what's called ion guns. And those ion guns, you only get to use it every other turn unless you do a recover action. So you kind of have to almost make them a stationary battery. Then they can't really move, and you have to, you have to kind of decide if you want to just maybe try and attack every other turn. If you really need to move and do pivots, or you know, waste the potential movement to just ready it and use the gun every turn. So I kind of lost that first one, and then I had some pretty unsuccessful turns where I did just try and recover and shoot, where the gun actually didn't feel that great, and I was playing into Empire, so I didn't really have anything to actually really effectively use the ion gun for. So I think really what I should have done was I just should have did a bunch of double moves into self-destructing the droids, the dwarf spider droids, because ultimately what I found out was when I got one up, I wiped out half of 2 units with the self-destruct action. It's blast, so they don't get cover, and I think it's like red dice. I think it's like 2 red, 2 black dice per everyone that's within range 1 of you, which is deceptively huge, especially when you're we're playing 500 point games on a 3x3 map, so it does work. It does a ton of work. So I think I'm not going to really change the list. Again, then too, like I had Magna Guards that just sat back, and they really should have got up there. Because they have a free... You're not talking to yourself, Joe. I responded. You're not listening to me. Or you just mean there's no one else in the chat room to talk to. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah, so Magna Guards felt pretty good. Like once I got them up, I killed a speeder bike with a melee from them. So like they definitely feel like they can put in some work. Just was a little too cagey with them. Just a little too cagey. Alright, so... Yeah, the other thing I might do too is I might try and do a much lighter red and get some highlights in on some of these surfaces, because I like this red, but it might just be a tad bit too dark to just be a single coat sort of deal. Yeah, like I said, I don't know, Joe. I was talking to you. So. Alright, we are wrapping up the top body here. Just trying to squeeze some red into there. And then I think we're doing red on the head, just not the, like, front part. So I think I'll be safe to do some of this. Are we including that bit? Yeah, looks like I did. Okay. this way. There. I'll put that guy down for a second. Because yeah, I think we're going to do gold across the whole front of his face. Yeah. Are our shoulders going to be red? Yeah, I think the shoulders are red too. Alright, so we're just doing a bunch of red. Okay. I can do it. I can keep doing red. That's fine. So we're just gonna kind of maybe get sloppy in here. Just get as much coverage as we can. This is not one of my best brushes on purpose. So I'm just gonna keep going. Broad, quick work here because everything's supposed to be red here. Maybe I'll keep that bit out because that could be a silver or something. That can be, yep, so we're going to keep that, I guess. Going back on what I said. You're talking to me, Joe. That's who you're supposed to be talking to. Red there. Alright, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. So then we're not painting this bit here. That's gonna be one of the gold colors. So we're gonna try and leave that piece alone. Alright. Let's see here real quick. Alright, still going. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be red. And this red is light enough, and plus I'm gonna just actually use metallic paints for my metallic bits. So anything that I want to pick out later, I should be able to. So yeah, we're just gonna keep doing one arm at a time here. And then I might just try and next Sunday do another one of these streams just to keep this model going. I'd like to maybe try and finish this up in 2 streams, so like about 4 hours. That seems to be generally about as long as it takes me to do Marvel Crisis Protocol models. This one is obviously a big boy though, so we'll see. We'll see where it takes us. Just know that the back has dried a little bit. Just getting our second coat in on some of the bits here. Alright, back to the arm. Yeah, because I can paint the whole hand red, and then I can come back in and pick out the silver bits that I think we're gonna want to do. And yeah, like I said, tomorrow we'll also be doing our next installment of our Marvel Champions. Seeming to do a lot of just Marvel focused content here, huh? Alright, we're gonna put that back down. We need a little bit more red paint. Gonna give us a little brush refresh here. Little brush refresh. Yeah, this is the paint puck. Paint puck is a legit piece of equipment. Okay. And then paint off our thumb. Alright, what do we got? Alright, got a little more red. Might be enough red to finish what we're doing here. We'll have to see. Alright. Checking chat here, see if there's anyone else other than Joe talking. What do we got here? Okay. Okay. Alright. Back to it. Make sure we don't have too much paint up here on the brush. And then back to some hand stuff. Back to some hand stuff. Alright. So yeah, maybe we'll just do Sunday, Monday streams for the next little bit. Right now, most of them are off-site, out of the store. Joe's place is generally where we're doing the Marvel Champions content from, and then yeah, I might just do paint stuff from here for a little while. And then I think we're ultimately gonna try and set up a space at the store to actually be able to do all this content. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to not having to move all of our gear everywhere. Alright. I think our shoulder pads we're planning on doing red. Or at least base red. So we'll get started on these guys. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I remember. Like I said, I know there's some X-Men stuff, but I don't remember. I don't remember what all is coming out next month for Crisis Protocol. Colossus Magic. I had my Honey Badger rant. Not sure who else. Okay, so I found another little spot. I'm gonna have to try and get in here, not ruin any other bits that I don't want to paint red. Okay. We are getting there. We got a red model. Alright, final arm. And again, let's look for some silver bits. I think this one's gonna be all red except for the hand. So let's maybe start there. So that way we don't forget what we're doing. Paint around the giant hand donut. Uh-oh. I hear the roommate getting into Monster Hunter Rise. He's a big Monster Hunter fanatic, and I guess that just came out this past week for the PC. I think it was a Switch exclusive. Up to that point. Alright. Got that hand donut. Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Looking pretty dang red. Alright, again, don't have to be too careful because we're gonna go back over a lot of this stuff later with other colors. Or we can just pick out our metallics when we're ready to do that. And then most of this model is still even just going to need a second coat of red. Just of the school of two thin coats. Get in there, get what we can get done, and then we'll be able to come back through and just pick everything back out. Alright. Maybe come back in, get these phalanges real quick. phalanges. Alright. Sliding off camera there a little bit. Apologies. Alright. Got some underarm. Got a shoulder pad, gotta fix up these fingers a little bit, and then I think we're done with our first batch, our first color batch here. Pretty exciting. Alright, I think, little touch-ups. I still need to do that shoulder. Okay. Last shoulder pad. Last bit of red base coat. How long are we doing red base coat for? 80 minutes of red base coat? Alright. Exciting. You're welcome. Alright. We are almost there. Almost there. Almost there. There's some of that missed spot. Alright. The one other thing I'm kind of screwing up here a little bit is not all my brush strokes are going the same direction. So I think that might cause a little bit of that gloopiness. Gloopy, the technical term. Alright. Alright. Did we pull just enough red? Let's see. News at 11. Alright. Alright, that's Paint Puck, A+. What a clutch thing. I wish I would have known about this like 3 years ago. All right, so what do we got? We got some. We got some pretty darn red. Hulkbuster. So I think we'll give this a second here. So I'm trying to think what type of gold I want to do. I have another P3 here that I like, and it's a reddish bronzy gold. It's called Roulette Gold. I kind of think that maybe this is what I want to use. Again, I'm maybe a little concerned that it's a little dark overall. And then we're gonna do some silver as well. That also probably P3, probably cold steel. And again, let's just take a look. And I might even just try and generally do some silver before I hit up all the gold spots. Just gonna have to figure out what those spots are. I kind of want to do some Roulette Gold. I kind of want to see if that's the direction we want to go for this. All right. Also, I'm about 90 minutes in. Gonna maybe take a quick break. Look at the cards and stuff that came with this set. So again, I said it earlier, we didn't actually get any tokens with this one, and we wound up getting one stat card, one team tactic, or I guess it's two team tactic cards. So the team tactic cards, you have an unaffiliated reactive card. When a character is attacked before damage is dealt, you can spend 2 to play this card. This character can advance small away from the attacking character. So I mean it's a pretty simple one, but it is before damage is dealt. So I believe that means you can avoid the damage on it potentially. And this is the cool one. The Helios laser bombardment. So it's an energy based attack. Just reads as a 5/2 initially, so it's not crazy. But then you get into it a little bit. So what you can do during Tony Stark's activation, any allied characters can spend power to play it. Tony Stark can then use this. So that means you can use your original Iron Man, or you can use the Hulkbuster to do this attack. So it ignores line of sight. Defending characters don't benefit from cover. And then you can add dice to the attack roll equal to the amount of power spent. So it pretty quickly goes up from a 2 to much higher, and it's range 5, so it's pretty wild. It looks like you could also maybe want to target someone that has some people near it, because if you do get a wild there, you're going to be able to do some extra damage to anyone around. So those are the 2 cards you get, and then looking at the Hulkbuster card real quick. Like I said, so he has 13 health, so he's huge, freaking huge. Then on the backside, you have a 5 health Iron Man. So on this, you just have a basic, you get power equal to damage dealt. If you don't deal damage, you still get a power, and you get to push people with this attack. And then your big hit, you don't get power. Your opponent doesn't get power for any damage dealt. If you're size 4 or less, you get to throw the character medium and explosive, which I feel like a ton of characters recently have had the explosive ability. I might be wrong, but I feel like almost every card I've read recently has explosive. So there is a Avengers affiliation. It's called Hulkbusters. So you could run an Avengers group and have this different leadership ability. You get to reduce damage by 1. And so yeah, anytime anyone's getting collision damage, they're reducing that by 1. He is a leader, yeah. So it is an Avengers affiliation, so it would work with any of the batch of characters with Avengers. So that's pretty much everybody. Like everyone's an Avenger. But yeah, you can use this as the leadership. So 1 less damage from collisions. He has kind of your classic move and attack action. He can throw things 4 or less medium, so he can chuck things pretty darn well. You can spend a power to reduce damage by 1. And this character can't be like pushed, so that's why again at the beginning of the stream I was saying like this guy's kind of maybe good against Brotherhood, like he's very anti-Magneto. I can't think of a whole lot of other people that have as much like movement manipulation, but I mean it's just good anyways. And then the bottom thing is the bottom piece is the crazy one that lets you kind of toss him into Iron Man. So the challenge here is he's only ever going to get 1 power and he has 1 attack. You can rapid fire it, but if you manage to get this back for him back up to 10 energy, you can switch him back over to his 13 health side. And both sides have that Hulkbuster affiliation, so he doesn't lose that. So yeah, pretty wild card. I think it's interesting. Like I said, I think I mostly on the internet I've been seeing that people are kind of like whelmed with the character, and he might shine more in Criminal Syndicate than anywhere else. So it's kind of interesting. All right, so now our red dried up a little bit more. So I think we're gonna try and maybe just go over a few areas, try and get that coverage worked out a little bit more. Right, so this was Scorn Red, so just a little bit more, because our shoulders and our hands are looking a little splotchy. So we're just gonna come in here, fix that red up. I think we're gonna start working on the gold, and then we might call it a day after we get some of that gold blocked in. Yeah, that's looking better. We're, like I said, just a little splotchy. Just this paint definitely likes a second coat. Like most stuff, I kind of cut my teeth on working with P3 products. So I mostly have P3 paints. The occasional Vallejo here and there. So then, yeah, from this, I have to see if I have a real bright red, to kind of do some high highlight. And then I got another thing at the store, that I really like. I like the look of. It's a Vallejo color, but it's called black red. So I might try and just do some undershadow with this color. But that's we're a few steps away from that. All right, so we're gonna just try and fix some of the fingers up here. Uh oh. Got some roommate screaming. Gonna have to put foam on my walls. Get that sound canceling foam. Alright. Alright, just gonna go through a little bit more. Just try and even up some of the colors here. Get that nice rich red second coat. So yeah, I'm not sure who I'd run him within Avengers. I don't know if I'd make him the leader or not. I kind of think he's not going to be the leader for whoever I'm going to put him with. I think I'm going to just have him as a big stocky 6-point 13 health bruiser. And see where that gets me. Okay, so yeah, I think we're gonna try some of this Roulette Gold. We're gonna see if we like it. Alright, so we got a clean brush. We got our reddish gold. Honestly, I probably should have just been using the card for color reference. Maybe we'll do that a little bit. Alright, Roulette Gold. Let's see what we got. I'm a little afraid that this is going to be really thick, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay. Terrifying. Time to add a new color. I'll probably keep it on the table here just to try and stabilize what we're doing. And this might very well also be the part that we move on to an actual fine brush versus the crap I've been using so far. Yeah, I think I like this color. I think this will work. But yeah, I think we're gonna little mess up there. The hard part, adding an additional color. All right. Yeah, it's time to bust out a not crap brush. But also with that second color though, we're already looking like Iron Man, so that's nice. It's very nice. We're gonna have to go in with some silver later. Alright, yep, so we're done with this brush. This is just gonna be our grabber brush from now on. Let's see, what do we want to use? What's a good brush that we like? Let's try this one. Okay, let's go. What do we got? Alright. In here. Look at that. Imagine that. Brush control. Brush control's crazy. Brush control. What? Okay. start doing this gold centerpiece here. Again, roommate's really getting into his Monster Hunter. Sounds like he's in here with me. Alright. Alright, gonna get more gold on here. Alright. This is probably the perfect thing to do these weird little side grates here. Because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for these. But I was pretty sure I wanted them to be gold. And then I think the rest of that we're just going to try and do silver for it. So we'll have to see how that works. And then this other side has just a little bit of that grading as well, but it's kind of covered. It's going to be a little annoying to get to. Yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, what do we got on the phone? My Marvel Strike Force orbs are ready. My free orbs. Alright. We might actually go back to our very large brush. To get the arm pieces done, and like to do the underarm as well. I think we want these guys, these little side things, to be gold. I think it's gold with silver inside. So we're gonna do that piece up a while. This is not having a ton of great coverage here. That's fine. Just do 82 more coats and it'll look great. Alright, let's do this other side one. This and this. Cover these sides. Try not to get too much on the red. That way we don't have to do too much reworking. But I think we'll have to do some. That's fine. Yep, I think we're back to the big brush. I think those were the tiny elements. Wound up doing those first. So we're gonna clip that guy in there. Oh, it doesn't even fit. Here? Yeah, great. Alright, back to our biggin. Alright, we're going to go for huge gauntlets here. Yeah, that coverage is not spectacular. But I have not really used Roulette Gold before, so it's got to be a test. I'll just be a few coats. Motto of the day: just a few thousand coats. All right. I think the idea's there. We're just not really popping yet. We're gonna keep going. Let's see what we got. Keeping it going. Have to get this back piece. Yeah, this is almost... I wonder if I almost want to just do silver for everything first. And then do this gold, this kind of watery gold metallic over that. That might honestly be the better option. I don't hate that. I don't hate it. Yep. So let's see. Let's keep going. We're gonna do one of these undercarriages. I think my other fear is that it isn't... The coverage on it is gonna be bad enough that I'm gonna see red underneath it. But maybe not. It doesn't look horrible. Does not look horrible. Looks like there's probably enough coverage there. And I guess there's a bunch of gold trim that's going to happen too. Alright. Alright. Getting in there. Getting that trim. And going the same direction is a lot more important for metallics too, because they kind of streak. Kind of streak. It's like going 4 directions. It's all good. Alright. Yeah, you know, it's getting there. Looks alright. 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 I think this arm's going to be a little bit more annoying to get kind of the under bits on. So So we're going to go back to our first one. Be sure we got all those. We need the bottom of this one. I'm going to need a little bit more just to wrap up what we're doing here today. All right. We're gonna have to get under here without getting too much on our red. Not too sure how we did there. Gonna also maybe come back here, get a little bit more on our first coat. You know what? Yeah, that's coming together. That's looking better. That's looking better. Oh, yep, okay, gotta get a little bit on the front and on this one. Alright. We're going to try and get some of this. What are we going to do next? We just do another little coat here. Another little coat here. Another little coat here. Alright. And then maybe start working on some of this leg trim. That's gonna... Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and do some coverage down here. Just block some stuff in, just so we kind of remember what we're doing. And then we'll come back next week, maybe? We'll do a little bit more. Yeah, we'll have to come back and clean up some of that red. And then we're going to have a lot of really fine silver work, I think. Which, we'll see how that works. I'm trying to decide, should this down here? I think some of this should be gold. I don't know that all of it should be gold. Again, we can just block some of this in, see if it works, and then take it back over with some silver. Worst case. Worst case. don't hate this though. I think this is this will look pretty good when it's all done. Some of this side one here. All right. Guess we'll try and block in some of the other foot real quick. Also, I think this is going to be gold up here. Start with that piece. Mostly now I'm just trying to make sure I don't have a whole lot of gold to ruin my wet palette, because metallics kind of always go everywhere. If I don't come back to this project for a week, I'm gonna be sad. All right, more blocking in, blocking it in. Blocking it in. All right. And then I think I'm gonna wrap up here shortly. Just take a look and see what some of these colors look like together on this piece. And come back to it fresh in a little bit. Again, then tomorrow we're doing Marvel Champions. That should be our regular like 7 o'clock time. But we got a real solid start on this guy, I think. And then we can maybe also get him on the table real soon. See how this 6-point menace works out. I think we'll try and keep on doing we'll do some streams here and there of new releases. Maybe we'll do Colossus in February, which kind of feels like a big cheat because he's just silver. So maybe we'll tackle that. Maybe we'll just do Magic instead. We'll have to see. And then, like I said, I think I'm gonna have to go back in here, do a lot of cleanup on a bunch of this. But I think I have a lot of what I want to be gold blocked in here. I think he has like a back arm exhaust port. I think we're gonna try and make that gold too real quick. Yeah, that looks kind of good. It's a little hard to see. I'll do a final close up here then in a few seconds. Just to mark where we got progress wise today. And we'll we'll see where we reconvene on this then. Maybe we'll do, I think these little ports, these little pieces here should be gold. Ah, this brush is not good. I should really not be using this brush. Alright. Don't use crappy old brushes for your fine detail work. Or do. I don't know. That kind of came out pretty good. Alright. I think I like how that looks so far. Yeah, that might be where we call it today, folks. Let's see. Let's try and get a good last shot of where we got to here. Can we zoom in anymore? We can zoom out. So I think got a bunch of the gold in there, got a bunch of the red. I think most of the stuff that's white in there yet still, we're gonna do just gonna do silver on those pieces, and then we're gonna test out some energy glow. I do kind of like the blue. I have this is another Vallejo that I have. It's just light blue. I'm not sure if that's gonna be light enough, so we're gonna maybe make a mixture of this with some underbelly or some frostbite, and that'll be our blue energy glow. I also have been, I'm sure all of us are on a perpetual hunt for good quality white paint, so I'm gonna actually try Liquitex. There was someone, I think it was like Ninjon or something that I follow, that said this is one of the best like pigmented white paints. Looks pretty thick. Looks a lot thicker than I'm used to generally using. But I can always water that down and see where it goes. But that guy has pretty good content, Ninjon. So I'll take his word for it. I'll hope that works. Or I also have De La Rowney white ink, which I might try and use that as well, because I think I've had some success with those in the past as well. Alright, so I think that's where we're at for today then. Thank you for who watched. And again, I think I've said this 100 times now, but tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, we will be doing a Marvel Champions stream. So looking forward to that. Join us then, tomorrow 7 o'clock, same channel. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good rest of your Sunday.